Welcome back, everyone. Alien Sama with a brand new video. The last video you saw was quite old, but today we have an actual filmed the same day of, edited and posted the same day of. Before we get started, welcome to my little plants. This guy right there started off that big, if not smaller. But say hello to Plant Sama, and Plant Sama Jr. because this one grew from a leaf that was plucked off of this one. And I've been growing these guys for about a year. This one is a year old, and this one's been growing for not too long. But this one right here is doing great. But we're not here to look at Plant Sama, but if you ever see this right here, this area in the background of my videos, wondering what it is, well, now you know. Well, you will know, because this is the first time these plants are here on my desk. And I don't care. They need the sun, and I film right there where the sun is. Okay, so, what are we here for today anyways? That's what we're here for, yes. And dun, 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 and this. So, Nendoroid 788 and 796. But today, we will be opening Alphonse Elric. Yes, the little brother. Or no. Yeah, the little brother. It's been so long. Fullmetal Alchemist is a manga that I grew up with. I started reading Fullmetal Alchemist when it first came out. I can't remember the year, but I was only in middle school when it first came out. Volume 1 was given to me by a very old friend. She said I would like it. It has a lot of military stuff. I'm into military stuff, so she bought me the manga, and that was my first time ever. Like, I'll actually link the video where I repurchased volume 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll link you that video, which will have a little more information about that stuff, but she was my introduction to manga and anime, basically. I'm not, even to this day, I don't really care much about anime. I prefer the manga, like the art and all that stuff. But she was my introduction to it. And today we have, finally, after a long wait, and an even longer wait, because I shipped it with Sal, sea, air, and land. They're here. And today we're opening Alphonse Elric. So, let's get started and open him up. This is wonderful. Yes. So, Alphonse Elric, the youngest brother of Edward Elric, who was unfortunately, I guess, the way the equivalent exchange in the manga and all that good stuff works, in order to try and bring their mother back to life with the so-called alchemy in the world, equivalent exchange demanded 2 of Edward Elric's limbs and the whole body of his brother. Or no, it got 1 of Edward's limbs, and he had to sacrifice his other limb to get his brother's soul back. My god. I haven't, the manga series ended in 2010 or 11. Like, the manga was done, that was the end of it, the story is over, and I haven't read or even watched the anime, I haven't read it since, and I've never watched the remake of the anime, because the original anime was kind of like a demo of what they wanted to do, and was nothing like the manga whatsoever. But that's okay, because it brought about some new characters that did you see in the manga? No. The Child Wrath was not seen in the manga, at least the big freaky-haired wild child one. He was not in the manga. And actually, Wrath in the manga, if you are only familiar with the original anime that first came out, is King Bradley, Fuhrer King Bradley, and he's not Pride in the manga. Pride is a different character. Okay, oh, it's so adorable, look how cute it is. I hope the lighting's not too crap, because I have all my lighting here, but the sun, what else is brighter than the sun? I don't know. Actually, we're gonna fix that. I'm gonna go shut the curtains and, you know, do my crappy video style of in and out. Wow, look at that. We can actually focus on the product and not the beaming sun god that's coming through the window. That was like, "Woo!" Okay, so, yes. Oh my god, he's so cute. So, when they first announced that they were making these two Nendoroids, I said, Alphonse better come with kittens, because he always stows away cats in his armor. And he loves kitties. He loves cats, and cats love him for some strange reason. Ugh. I don't know why. Nowadays I'm thinking, oh, maybe there's some type of lore with armor and cats in some country's culture. I'm not going to say Japanese, but you never know. Oh, he's so nice looking outside the box, and he comes with 2 extra head pieces, which also have the Nendoroid joints. Oh, and if you're wondering what those are, he has a big tassel on the back of his head, which we'll see in a moment when we take him out, which will go in the place of that. Like I said before, it's greased. Huh. That is some high quality stuff. That's amazing. Okay, well that's a little strange, but that's very good. So, it's been a long time since... Actually, no, I have lots of Nendoroids that need to be unboxed. But these are the most recent ones that I've purchased that I'm actually opening. So they're... It's been quite a while, as some of you who just saw the last video know. It's been quite some time since I've unboxed anything. And I don't open anything before I show it to you guys. Like, if it hasn't been filmed, it's not on my shelf, which is kind of sad, but... So this is brand new to me. I don't know if this is an exclusive thing, but they have greased the joints that go in here, so it makes it easier to take in and out. That's very good, because so many times when you're taking the joints out or the little pieces out, sometimes you'll break it because there's just not enough friction, or there's too much friction, I think. I don't know, I'm not a scientist. Well, not that I'm not... You know what I mean. It's too tight. That's what I'm trying to say. The fit is too tight and it breaks. But there's his 2 faces, his cute little blushy armor face, which this is the more chibi cartoony style when he has his extreme facial expressions aside from his heavy armor mask. But, there you go. So 2 little heads, super adorable. I will probably be keeping his big armor face on because I prefer that. We have 2 little hands, which also have the pegs inside of them. 2 little pegs, preventing the joint from closing or becoming difficult to work with. I'm so glad they're doing this. I hope this starts becoming a regular thing, because I'm sure it doesn't take much extra to plop in a little plastic bit that you can probably produce tenfold. So that's very nice. Both hands are basically the same. It is his fighting style. He always fights with a kind of palm fist like this, and is very good at fighting, actually. I think, yeah, Edward has never won a fight against his brother, at least especially as his armor form. But I don't think I could beat up a big suit of armor either. And we're gonna look at the kitties. Oh, they're so cute. I think there's actually a cat inside his chest, because I thought there was 3 cats, but maybe I was wrong. Come on. I will free you, little kitty, I swear it. No, there it is. So these are the 2 cats that come with them. Oh, look how cute it is. This one's so cute. Do they have a butthole? Aw, I was kind of hoping you have an X for a butthole. I love how Japan puts that on a lot of their stuff. So super cute. That could sling over his shoulder, lay on his lap, however you wish. You can use these kitties for anything you want. Oh, the head tilts. Or moves. I'm sure it can come off too. Ah! Giraffe cat. And does the tail move? Yes, the tail does have a little ball joint, but I would be a little wary about moving it too much because you don't want to snap the poor little kitty's tail off. So there's cat number 1. And then we have super kitty number 2. Look how cute you are. Oh, it's even detailed underneath. That's super adorable. Oh god, my eyes are watering just looking at it. I'm like, it's so cute. Does his head move? No, he's not posable at all. But he's so cute. This one, I believe, is meant to be able to fit inside of his chest, which we'll see in a moment, because this is all the pieces that came with him, other than our big ugly stand. This is not a standard Nendoroid stand. This is made bigger just for him, or just for Nendoroids that have bigger parts, a wider stance. Bigger, bulkier Nendoroids get the bigger, bulkier stand. And I'm still sad to see that Nendoroid and Good Smile hasn't changed their ugly stands yet. Change your stand. It's so ugly. Ugh. I hate this stand so much. Ugh. You guys know that. I complain about it almost every time I open an Nendoroid. I'm like, change your stand. Okay, so here he is. Oh, I'm so excited. He's so chibi and adorable. Okay, so let's get everything in the way and take a look. Alrighty, Alphonse Elric, younger brother of Edward Elric from the manga and anime, or I guess the manga is Fullmetal Alchemist, and the brand new anime based off the manga is Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. This series is originally just FMA. The Brotherhood was attached to define the difference between the first anime that came out and the second one. The second anime that came out is the proper one, I guess. It is based off the manga, unlike the first anime that first came out. Wow. Yes. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Yeah, so this is his little tassel here, which once you take that peg out, you'll be able to take this out. Come on. Come on. Well, I'm not going to force it, but this peg, there we go. So this can come out and you can put it into the hole on the back of the other heads, which it's good that it's greased, but it is a little ball joint, and those do tend to break sometimes, so you need to be careful. Alright, so he has a lot of moving parts, it seems, despite being armor. Oh. Whoa, can you, oh my god, I didn't, we looked at the pamphlet for like 2 seconds while I was talking, but I wasn't really paying, oh, that is freaky. Oh, that's, so is his eyes posable then? I should have looked at the pamphlet, you know, it usually helps. Or does that just come off? Why does this come off? You know what? Let's look at the pamphlet. Let's see. Let's actually look at it, because I just opened it for you guys and then didn't even look. Okay, so I had to take his head off. That pigeon out there is happy. I don't know if you can hear him. I put bird food on my deck so the birds come and visit, because I like looking at them while I'm working on my computer. You can take his armor off, take his chest piece off. I have no clue why you can take the top of his head off. There's nothing there mentioning it. Maybe it was just to get his eyes in a certain way. But the top of his head comes off for unknown reasons. Haha, very good. Because it, like, what? It looks like his eyes can move. You see the little stems? I almost want to try, but what if I break him? But it doesn't say anywhere. You know what? We'll figure that out later. I'm sure they can move. They're on a little rotating neck. At least it looks like it can rotate. Okay, so let's start. So this is obviously not your standard Nendoroid. He's big, he's bulky, and he's got a lot more joints than an Nendoroid. That is for sure. Okay, so his head can move quite a bit, despite his bulky neck. So that's good, and just like we saw, if you want to replace the head, you just have to pull this head off and take off all this. I think this can come off anyways. Yeah, it's not supposed to, but it needs to be loose fitted in order for, you know, to have any movement with the neck, or you're going to have a bad time. But it does pop into place, so this is there. If you want to glue it down, I guess you can, but with the regular shoulder padding there for the armor, his head moves like so, and there is a regular Nendoroid joint in there, which is right there, and right there in the back, if you can see that, that is the blood seal that is holding Alphonse's soul to the armor. Edward put that there when he brought his brother back from the other side. I can't quite remember what it was called. I think it was just, it wasn't heaven and it wasn't hell. It was just the other side. I don't remember if it had a name. Through the gate. There you go. Brought his soul back through the gate. So there's that. So his head and his arms seem to be quite posable. So they do have a regular little joint in there. What type of ball joint we got in there? You can see right there. Okay, so there's a big ball joint and then it comes off and attaches to his arm. You can see where it's combined right there. So he can have quite a bit of movement, but not too much. Just keep in mind it's a Nendoroid. Nendoroids weren't supposed to be extremely posable in the first place. Maybe, God willing, they make more and they make Figma versions. If they make Figma versions of all the FMA characters that we all know and love, especially the 7 Deadly... Oh, good smile, make King Bradley as an Nendoroid. I want a chibi King Bradley. Oh my god. So that's his shoulder joint. And then his arm can rotate right there. I think it could actually come out. We're not going to try. And then he also has an elbow joint, I think. Yes, it's right there. Right there. Ho ho, yes, very strong. I am strong armor. Next, we're going to take a look at his big old legs here, which has a very interesting setup. I don't think I've ever seen it in a Nendoroid yet, but he is quite advanced for a Nendoroid. His legs, if you can see that big chunk of joint in there, that is a joint in which his legs can come out a little bit wider than normal, which is awesome because it'll be good for posing him. Unfortunately, this little flap right here doesn't move at all. It is a little bit bendy, squishy. It's not extremely squishy, but it is bendable. I don't think you're going to get too much posability if you try and bend his legs forward like this, because this will get in the way, unfortunately, which is probably why they gave us the option to have this big joint in here, which will make him stand like so, or bring his legs way out like this, which is awesome. That's what it looks like underneath. The back piece is the same hard plastic material that has a little bit of give, but not too much. As you probably could tell already, he has a nice knee joint, which can actually go back quite far. That's about as far as it goes, fully forward, fully back, and he even has a little cute ankle joint, which is fantastic. So you can pose him however you wish. You can put him in a nice karate or a fighting pose, whatever you want to do with him, which is great. Turn his head off to the side, lift his little arm, you know, get him in that pose for fighting. Aww. Yeah, and then if you want to swap out his hands, you just have to pull it out just like that. Grab the right hand that you need. Oh, huh. How do I attach that? Is there a... Does this come out? How do... Oh, wow. That... Okay, so that's a little strange. Maybe this wasn't supposed... Maybe that ball joint wasn't supposed to come out. But in order to swap hands, you have to take that tiny little ball joint out of one hand and stick it into the other. And then... You got it. You got it. Let's see. Will this one do the same? Okay, yeah. I don't think that ball joint was supposed to come out like that. But that's okay. You can take it out. Don't panic if you're like, oh my god, how does this hand go on? You can just take the little ball joint out. And then he is in a nice pose to fight. Actually, a very similar pose as to how he does in the manga and anime. I think that's called a force palm, because you push people as opposed to chop them or jab them. You push them out of your way, and you use their energy against them, their momentum. Isn't that right, Alphonse? Yes! Okay, so what else is there? What else do we have to play with? We have the extra heads, which we're not going to switch out. I prefer his detailed armor head, which is very nice. But we have some kitties, which have no way of attaching to him, really, other than just kind of plopping on wherever they can go. For example, this one, you can put his feet there, and he can grab his little horn and be like, man, I got you. I will protect the kitties, the protector of cats in all the armor. Also, these things can move as well that we took a look at, so you can get that out of the way. Although this one over here is really... Oh, I think it broke. Oh, no. That's not nice. Huh. Well, that sucks. It is holding on by like a little thread there, which I'll be able to fix that, but that's kind of sad. I realized that this one was a little loose when I first got it, so I think it might have showed up broken. But, you know what? That's okay, I guess. I can fix it. I can fix it! Yeah! But, back to the cat. You can stick the cat pretty much anywhere. His little arms can cling. The arms are quite durable. And of course, this little kitty, I'm pretty sure was made specifically to go inside his chest armor, which we can open right now. You'll need nails or something to kind of grab onto this edge right here, which I do not have any nails, but we do have an X-Acto knife that we will carefully insert. Boop, just like that. And open. Haha, there you go. There is the inside part of his chest, and you can stick the poor cat inside of his armor, which the kitties do like to hang out inside of him. Why? I don't know. Maybe he puts catnip in himself. I don't know. And if you really don't, or if you really want to be lazy and you don't want to put the cats back in their box, you can just shove all the cats in here. I'm sure they'll fit. And then you can close his chest back up, and then you don't have to put the cats back in the box. Meow. Poor cats, they're both in there. That's pretty awesome though, that you can fit both the cats in. I don't think you're supposed to, but hey, if you want to play with the cats or you don't want to play with the cats, you can just shove them into his chest and be done with them. Or take them out, and it'll be easy instead of getting the box open. So there we go. He's also very good at standing up on his own, which is nice because I can't stand that Nendoroid stand. This big bulky thing, which I guess we'll take it out because, you know, maybe this is the first time you ever saw a Nendoroid. And you're like, what is that big bulky plastic thing? Well, I'm about to show you once I open it. This is as I already said, a larger version of a standard Nendoroid stand. The neck of most Nendoroids look like this. This is your standard one. Some can be, some can be longer, some are shorter, some are more complicated to accommodate the Nendoroid that comes with the stand. On here, there's the copyrights, if it'll focus. Well, I guess it doesn't want to focus, but it has made in China, and then it's all kanji, but I recognize the kanji for Fullmetal Alchemist, and it is right there, so it's copyright to Fullmetal Alchemist, and the artist, oh my god, what is her name? I'm not even going to pronounce it. I'm not even going to try. So this is your stand. This is your big basic stand. And most Nendoroids, I hope, have a hole in their back. If it doesn't have a hole in the back, then there's something wrong with your Nendoroid. Either that or it's a very old Nendoroid, of which they used to just have little plastic pieces in which their legs sat in. And there was no holes, and the stand was a little more simpler. Not as good for posing your Nendoroid, but in my opinion, it looked 10 times better. All you have to do is Google some older Nendoroids, maybe Nendoroid number 100, and you'll see the stand on it. So there we go. Our Alphonse is on his stand. His little doodad here waving in the wind, slightly posable, but not so much. Super amazing. I'm so glad to finally have this Nendoroid. I've been waiting forever for the Ed and Alphonse set, and I really hope that they keep making Fullmetal Alchemist ones. They're making lots of Naruto ones, which I grew up with Naruto as well, but I lost interest after high school. After high school, Fullmetal Alchemist was done. I had moved on to other things, and Naruto was just going and going, and well, it's done now, but it went on way too long. I just lost interest. But it is nice seeing that they have products of it now. Tons of Nendoroids from Naruto now. I'm hoping they do the same thing with Fullmetal Alchemist. I know Fullmetal Alchemist only really just became popular, which is sad because the manga's been around for a long, long time. But regardless of that stuff, this Nendoroid is absolutely adorable. If you haven't picked it up yet, try and get it now, because I don't see these guys going down in price. Fullmetal Alchemist, in my opinion, is like... this might irk some people, but it's like Evangelion. It had a small fan base, but it had a powerful fan base. A lot of people loved it, and the ending was good. It was short-lived. It didn't drag on. It was just nice. Although Evangelion now is being redone 50 million times, which I hope doesn't happen to Fullmetal Alchemist. Please, God, don't let that happen. But here we go. The adorable Alphonse Elric Nendoroid 796. Are you going to pick him up? Maybe? Yes? No? You going to pick up his big brother, Edward Elric, maybe instead? Let's find out. So, thank you guys so much for watching. And we'll see you in the next unboxing video. Peace out, guys. Bye-bye. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take a look at these 2 other videos just for you from YouTube. See if you like them. YouTube thinks you will, so check them out. And also click that floating diamond or pyramid, whatever type of shape it is, to subscribe for more videos. And we'll see you hopefully next time. Bye-bye.